Happy November 1st, you guys. I was like, where are we at? Is this a weekday? Is it a weekend? I don't even know anymore. It's all blurring together. But it is November 1st, and I don't know about you, but I'm so grateful October is behind us. And so I made my to-do list today, and it's all focused on mindset. Like, I'm not worrying about meal prep or anything like that. I want to go into the next 2 months of the year, the last 2 months of the year, with a whole different mindset. And so I'm doing some work on that, and I want to kind of talk you through, because we're still doing PBT 50, but to be really honest, I haven't really been on track with my own journey. And so I haven't been sharing about it as much. And I know some of you are still committed. Some of you are kind of flailing. So today is the perfect day to just draw your line in the sand, to recommit, to realign, to refocus on the things that you need to add in, to layer in, or just to revisit in order to get some clarity about what you want in your life. So having a morning routine is such an important part of this. And some of you won't be able to make this your morning routine. Maybe you have kind of a wonky schedule or something. You can make this a nighttime routine, or you can even break this up into 2 different parts of your day. And they move around, like maybe you do it first thing in the morning. Maybe you do it once your kids go to school. I don't know. You do you. This isn't about everyone being carbon copies of one another. This is about you finding a way to make this rock your own freaking life, because personal responsibility is king, right? So I have my to-do list, and I'm just going to kind of talk you through a couple of things that I'm doing. If you don't have a morning practice, if you're new here and you're not really sure what I'm talking about, go over to the units section in this group. I put together a whole bunch of things that I was really hopeful you would choose to layer into your life and make it fit yours. You don't ever have to do it exactly the way I do it. I've had a morning routine now for probably 4 years, and I'm always kind of tweaking it and changing things up. Sometimes I remove a book that isn't serving me. Sometimes I add one in. You guys, if something isn't serving you, it doesn't mean that you're off track. It doesn't mean that you failed. It just means that congratulations, you're human and you're a living, breathing person, which means we constantly need to just be reevaluating where we're at. And so November 1st is such a freaking gift to do that, especially with the fact that it's on a Sunday. Hopefully you have a little bit of time today where you can just get quiet about what you need. Maybe you need to refocus on your nutrition. Maybe it's your mindset. I know for me, mindset is going to be king. That's what I'm going to focus on this entire coming month. I actually have a brand new planner. I like this Rise Up planner. This is a planner I've used for an entire year. You guys, I just flipped over, and I used up 12 months in my last one. So this is a big fancy one. I actually did her training. I took her course, which is what our PBT 50 is based off of, like having your book of proof and your morning practice in the morning. And so if you're part of my coach tribe and you hit some goals in your business, this is something I gift to you. But I recommend all of you just look at it. You can get it on Amazon. You could even buy it used on Amazon. They have several that are like gently used, like they're not even marked up. They just don't work for people. This is not something that you take with you, okay? This is something that you leave at home and you leave open, that you're constantly kind of looking at and assessing. She kind of walks you through a lot of goal setting and creating your own vision. So I am going to open this, but I also feel mildly intimidated, right? Because it's like, oh my gosh, it's a brand new one. Like, I'm going to mark it up, but it's okay. It's okay to mark it up. It doesn't need to be perfect. And like I said, it's all about realigning and refocusing. So a couple of things that when I did her training that really, really spoke to me was really narrowing in on my morning practice and like having that gratitude journal. So I already covered all of this over in the unit section, but I'm going to we're just going to recap it really fast because it's that important. Having a gratitude practice that you do every single day is vital. You guys, if you're focusing on gratitude, you can't be focusing on overwhelm or resentment or fear. Like, all those things still come into my life because I'm a human and I struggle a lot with anxiety, but I choose to self-correct and to focus on the gratitude. And so you can't do the same. You can't do both all at once. So this is my journal. I just got it at Marshall's for like $5. And every single day I flip over a brand new page, okay? And at the top, I write the date, and then I have my book of proof, which today I actually had 2 whole pages for my book of proof and my gratitude. My gratitude is things like flushing toilets, clean sheets, the laundry I get to fold, fresh eggs. Like, don't overthink it, okay? You're just looking for all the things you're grateful for. And once you start to collect all those things you're grateful for, it will shift your focus. It'll shift your mindset. So when you go out into life and maybe something really hard or just off-kiltery happens, but if you do this regularly, you will be able to easily shift the perspective of, we couldn't trick or treat like normal, but what is the gem in that? The gem is that we still got to have family time, that we watched a movie, whatever, okay? So it's just about shifting your perspective. Book of proof is really important. So we're going to talk about it really fast before I go into some more mindset stuff. Your book of proof, you need to have a vision. You need to know what you want for your life. And I'm not just talking about the dollars in your bank account or what your house looks like or what your body looks like. Like, I want you to have a complete vision that's well-rounded. Like, what do your relationships feel like? What does your house feel like? Like, you know, for me, I have cats. I have Jesus music. Like, the things that bring me joy, the things that make me feel peace, those things have gone on my vision. And they're things I have now. It's not something that's pie in the sky. Well, I want to have this big farmhouse. No, like, what do you have now that you already freaking want? Celebrate the fact that you have that. Put it on your vision and don't be afraid every single month to recreate that. So today's November 1st. I'm going to rewrite out my vision. I have like 5 different things that I just brain dump. You can like come up with a vision board. I actually made one on Pinterest because I'm a very visual person, but I found before my thing with like vision boards was I would overthink it. I would procrastinate it. Go ahead.
No, like, I know you like M&M's.
Oh, thanks. That's kind. Appreciate it. He brought me M&M's. But I would I would spend so much time thinking about what my vision board needed to look like that it kind of handcuffed me and kept me from actually doing it. And then it was on my wall, and it was sometimes something I would walk by every single day, multiple times a day, but I wasn't actually taking the time to stop and look at it. So if that's what you've been doing, you can continue to do that. I created a vision board for myself over on Pinterest because I just want to have these little pieces of my vision everywhere. So I'm brainwashing myself and I'm just indoctrinating myself in all these amazing things I want to have. So you can do that. Like, you can create a vision board over on Pinterest and like set an alarm in your phone to go look at it or whatever. But this really has worked for me. So instead of having this like beautifully typed out, perfect punctuation, I decided that I was going to have a piece of paper and a category at the top of the categories, like the main categories in my life that I want to focus on. Okay. So these are mine. I have career, finances, home, body, relationships, and free time. And then I just literally brain dumped all the things that I want, all the things that maybe I already have that I just really genuinely love, and I put them on there. Some of them are simple, some of them are crazy outlandish, but I'm not going to cap myself. I'm not going to limit my potential, and I don't want you to limit your potential. I want you to just dream big, you guys. Having a vision is something that you're going to look at every single morning. It takes me maybe like 2 or 3 minutes just to read through these. And some of them have kind of become affirmations, but this is part of my morning practice. I get up in the morning and I brain dump all the things I'm grateful for. I read my vision statement and all those areas of my life, my career, my relationships, my free time, my body, my finances, my home. And then I open my book of proof and I write out the ways that my vision is already showing up. You guys, that is such a freaking game changer because I think a lot of us have a vision and we're like, we're never going to get there. Or it's taking too long. But when you start to force yourself to look for the ways it is already showing up in your life, it's a total game changer. And all that is an energetic magnet, and you'll start to attract more of it. You'll start to shift your filter and start to see that there's pieces of your vision that are showing up in your life right freaking now. We're all so blessed, but it's all about your perspectives. Are you overwhelmed? Are you focusing on the news? Are you dreading everything that's happening? Or instead, are you acknowledging that all of that is happening, but choosing where your energy is going to go and what you're going to focus on? It's a choice. It's all about perspective, okay? So I'm going to update this today. I decided when I took her course, the Rise Up course, that every single month I would write a new vision. And a lot of these things are going to be the same, but there's also going to be things that have evolved, things that maybe don't feel as important, maybe things that I had on there because someone else had them, someone that I followed or was inspired by, but maybe it doesn't really resonate with me. These need to be things that resonate with you, not things that you think other people want you to have. This is what you want because you're not living your life for anyone else. I have this quote on my phone that I haven't shared because people get touchy about language, but it's like, don't set yourself on fire for any of these motherfuckers. This is your life. This is your life. You don't owe an explanation. You don't need to show up a certain way for anyone else. if you're living your life to get other people's approval, you will, number one, set yourself on fire. And number two, you're never going to get it because those people who are judging you, those people who you're so worried about, they're just not your people. So surrender it, okay? Do your freaking energy practice, zip it up. So I'm going to write out a brand new vision. And I just fold it like this and I put it inside my book, my gratitude journal and my book of proof. And every single day I have to do this. If I don't do it first thing in the morning, I make it a priority to do it at some point during my day. And a lot of you are like, I just don't have the time. You all have the time. We all have the same amount of time. It's just about how are we prioritizing it. Are you spending too much time watching other people live their freaking lives? Are you watching too many cat videos? Like, you have the time if it really freaking matters to you. And I hope that you prioritize your best freaking life and a vision and just feeling excited about your life. Because even if it's not on track the way you thought it was going to be, there's so many good things that are unfolding. There's so many things that are happening for you, but it's about you choosing. It's about you choosing to have those perspectives that this is happening for me versus this is happening to me. So today, challenging all of you to do that. If you don't already have a vision statement written out, just brain dump those different categories, those different areas of your life, the things that really matter to you, and look at it every single day. And some days I read through it just kind of mindlessly, like, oh, stupid, do I really need to do this? But yes, I do. I made a commitment to myself to do this every single day, and so I freaking do it. If that means I have to do it before bed, it's just like my water. Like, it's a non-negotiable. I'm gonna do it, and I'm challenging you to do the same. So the other thing is personal development. If you're not already doing it, today is November 1st. Go freaking download something. Like, there's plenty of free options. It's not like you have to spend lots of money. But this is a book that I am going to finish in the next day or two. I was supposed to finish this last month, but I didn't. Whatever. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish it. There's so many great quotes. Fear is my homeboy. And I'm actually updating my affirmations. So I used to write affirmations in I am statements. But they weren't true. It was who I wanted to become. And I don't do that anymore because I feel like, we're smart. We know if we're lying to ourselves. We know if it's just not genuine. Like, I am $1 million earner. It's not my freaking truth. So every time I say it, I'm putting up blocks and limitations and it just feels really icky. So instead, I'm creating an affirmation around every single day. It feels easier to make the decisions to move us closer to our debt-free lifestyle. Or every single day I show up with intention and courage. Like, I don't know, make them your own. But I wrote out a ton of them. I wrote them on a card and I cut them out. We're very fancy here. And then Charlotte's gonna go ahead and color them for me. And I pull one every single day and I share it. If you follow my stories every single day, I've been sharing the ones they made for me. They did this for Mother's Day, like just these fun little, like I'm glowing. I don't pull that one very often because it doesn't feel authentic. So I was like, if I'm gonna spend the time and the energy pulling a card, I want it to be something that has like a heart, energetic, like, yes, I want this, I'm excited for it. And so it's okay to update it. It's okay to change it. It's okay to rotate things out. It's okay to move things off of your calendar if they're not serving you. It's not about being Superwoman and doing all the things. I'm sharing this with you because hopefully it will be just one more thing in your tool chest to move you along to a happier, healthier, saner, more fulfilled version of yourself. This group is not about freaking like washboard abs and having a perfect body. This group is really about mindset and how you choose to show up to your life and the different behaviors that you're choosing to layer in, not necessarily because you love to work out or your favorite thing ever to eat is spinach. No, it's these things. We make these decisions because they serve us and they help us live a happy, healthy, sane life. It's not about the number on the scale. If you've been here for any amount of time, you know that that's never my focus. Like, I work out for sanity and for my mental health, and the fact that my body feels and looks good, that's a huge perk that I'm 100% here for. So anyways, I'm going to share my affirmation cards with you and you can make them your own. You guys, you can make this a screensaver on your phone. When I was brand new to affirmations, I put them everywhere. I had them on Post-its and I legit put them on my mirror in my car, like all over my bathroom mirror. I had them written all over my kids' mirrors. Like, if I open the coffee cup cupboard in the morning, there was an affirmation. And so if you are new to this journey or you're really struggling with your mindset and your self-talk, I'm challenging you to come up with some affirmations that aren't lies. Find a way to make it something that is true in this moment that also stretches you and inspires you to show up as that version of yourself. If you just go through life sleepwalking and just like being reactive to shit, you're never going to level up your life. You have to choose to do something that's uncomfortable right now to become a better version of yourself. And it's the most epic gift that we all can choose to do. Okay, so I took a lot of these quotes from this book, this Fear is My Homeboy book. I know Celia just read it. It's a great book. Recommending it. Okay, so today I choose courage over comfort. Today I choose courage over comfort. Courage is contagious. Nervous and excited is the same emotion. It's a different filter. Every single morning I'm going to pull one and I'm going to say it. And then I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to upload it to my Instagram stories because that's what I do. It's my accountability. And it's also my reminder to like show up as that version of myself. Here we go. Other ones I have written down is this: no one else is me, and that is my power. You don't need to be anyone else. Stop trying to be the person you follow on Instagram. Stop trying to be the people that you're saving to your Pinterest board. You are the only you that will ever live, and that is a freaking gift. So own your power and step into that version of yourself. And if you have self-limiting beliefs, if you have freaking, generational curses, those are generational choices, Home Slice, and you get to choose if you repeat those patterns or if you stop the broken cycle and you do the work on the inside in order to change the trajectory of your life. And when we make those decisions, when we gut check and when we change the mantra in our head, it has a lasting effect. I was just talking to my sister this morning about how generational curses are just generational choices. Like, we choose to continue patterns. You're not a victim. You're a freaking strong ass human, and you can choose to change your mindset and your situation at any point. Will you be able to wave a magic wand and everything will magically be different? No, but you can choose your perspective and you can choose how you show up and how you behave in those old patterns. All right, back to this. I am enough. I was born ready and I have all the power more than I ever knew. Today I choose faith over fear. That's my mantra. My motherhood matters, and today I choose to cultivate joy, especially with homeschooling. I am a life-changing coach worth investing in. We are one step closer to our next chapter. My excitement, belief, and trust builds daily. My belief drives my action. Today I choose consistency. Today it feels easy to make the choices that support our debt-free lifestyle. God approves of the impact I am making, and no one else's opinion matters. I am proud of me. I lean out of my inadequacy and into His capacity. Today, I choose gratitude. It feels easy to be my best self today. I am on my own timeline and exactly where I need to be. Today, I choose to put a comma where I used to put a period. I am loved by those who matter most. Make your own affirmations. Like, you don't need some fancy cards. Like, just write them on a piece of paper, write them on a Post-it, put them in places that you will surprise yourself. Like, you put them in a book and you're like, oh, there it is. You put it on the back of your remote control. Oh, look at that. You guys, this is about conditioning yourself. We've all conditioned ourselves for all these years with self-limiting beliefs, with something that someone said along the way, and we took it in as our truth, that you're too fat, or I'm so behind, or my family's always been poor, and we take those things on. But we're choosing that. You're not a victim. You choose what your mantras are. And I'm asking you to get really self-reflective and see, what are you telling yourself that's not serving you? What are you telling yourself that's keeping you stuck? What are you telling yourself that's making this harder than it needs to be? Because you're all capable of changing your life. You're all capable of living this epic, just profound, freaking amazing life. You're living it right now. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be the Pinterest board. It doesn't need to be all the things on the vision statement. There is joy to be found today. There is success to be found today. There are all these victories every single day that you choose to show up. So start to highlight those. Write them in your book of proof and celebrate them every single day. It's not about being a before and after. It's not about what happens when you hit the end goal. It's about who you become along the way. That's where the magic is. That's where your power is. That is where your transformation truly comes from. So on this November 1st, I'm not asking you to add in 500 new freaking things. They're going to overwhelm you that you're going to do for like 4 days, and then you're going to be like, this is too much. I'm asking you to take some time and figure out what's serving you and what's not. Are you reading or listening to personal development? If you're not, trade out some of it. I'm not telling you all or nothing. I used to do all or nothing and it didn't serve me. I would burn myself out, I would get overwhelmed, and then I would feel discouraged. So I'm asking you to just layer it in. If you only listen to music when you drive in your car, when you commute, when you do laundry, when you clean your house, maybe like 30% of that you turn on an audiobook or you listen to a podcast, something that will shift your mindset, that will remind you of how capable you are and all the epic possibilities at your fingertips. Nothing will ever change for you until you decide to take action. It's not up to politicians. It's not up to our parents. It's not up to our partners. It's not up to our friendship circle. It's up to us. Like, we are the ones that are responsible for this life. And that's a huge freaking gift. Don't look at it as a burden. It's a gift that you get to become the version of yourself that you need to be. Okay? So little tiny shifts. The Halloween candy, is it going to serve you? Is it going to create inflammation in your body? Does it taste good? Yes. But is it going to mask something else? Like, maybe you get rid of it. Maybe, like I said, you layer in some podcast or an audiobook instead of listening to music or talk radio. You guys, maybe today you decide you're going to park farther away in the parking lot and you're going to walk more. Like, just all those little tiny actions that seem so inconsequential, they make a massive, massive change when you compound them over time. It's not all or nothing. It's one thing that we're building, blocking on top of each other. So it's a new month. I'm so excited for you guys. I'm so excited for me. I'm finishing up 30-Day Breakaway. That's the new running lifting program. And I've shared about it a lot. I was real hesitant to do it and I freaking love it. Like, I would do it again if I could, but weather is coming and I don't really just want to run on the track. So I'm going to complete it. I'm going to run the 5K. I'm going to submit my results to Beachbody and then they're going to send me a medal, which is really freaking cool. So I'm encouraging you all to at least try the sample and see if it's your jam. Don't prejudge stuff. Don't look at the sample thing and be like, oh, that's not for me, or that's lower than where I'm at, or that's way too hard. Like, just freaking try stuff. How will you ever know if it'll rock your life if you prejudge it? Don't prejudge it, okay? So commit to your program. If you are brand new, if you are in between something, you can try a couple things. This isn't freaking marriage. It's not a tattoo. It's not forever. There's no shame in trying a couple things to see what will speak to you, because I'm telling you, I've been doing Beachbody workouts for 6 years now, maybe longer, 6.5 years. And there's been many times where I've started a program and I've given it a week and I just freaking hate it. It's nails on a chalkboard. I don't like the trainer. It's not speaking to my spirit. And I put it on the shelf and I don't beat myself up and say, oh, I suck. I can never finish things. It's proof. No, I used to do that, which is why I share that with you. And now I know it's just not the right thing for me. And you are your biggest advocate. So if it's not the right thing for you, give yourself grace, put it on the shelf, try something else, try a whole bunch of different things. There's so many freaking options. When people say they can't find something, I don't understand that. Personally, I feel like there's too many programs and I'm having a hard time deciding what I want to do. So I'm finishing 30-Day Breakaway. Try the freaking sample. You can get early access. It's on sale this month. I'm going to actually pick back up. I'm going to start day 1 of 80-Day Obsession this coming week. That is a big undertaking because it's 80 days long and it's an hour every single day, but I'm really excited and I've had a nudge to do it for a while. I was just allowing my fear to talk me out of it. It's going to take too long. I don't have an hour every single day, 80 freaking days, but I remember how I felt when I did it and I felt victorious and like such a badass, and I need that. So I'm going to start it. And we'll see where I'm at in 2 weeks. Maybe it will not be the right fit, but for right now, in this moment, it does feel like the right fit. So I'm going to listen to myself and I'm going to do what I need to do. And I'm going to share that with you guys because, that's what I do. So recommit to your nutrition, drink your freaking water. If you need help with anything, you're the advocate for yourself. Let me know. Drop a comment in this group. Share your accountability every single day. If you're reading something and it rocks your socks, if you listen to a podcast and it's like, oh my gosh, amen on a freaking Monday, share it. Try the meal plans. Try some different recipes. If you have Shakeology in your cupboard, it's not going to help you unless you ingest it. So try it. Just live your best life, guys. It doesn't have to be perfect in order for you to celebrate it. All the teeny tiny ways you get traction, those are the things that add up, and those are the things I want you to share about. So today it's final day of Spirit Week. I think it's Harry Potter, which not a Harry Potter. I don't know who I was when I wrote that. Spirit Week. I don't know, but it's Harry Potter Day or Cat Day, whatever. So if you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, just rock your freaking week. This is such a gift. Brand new. Don't wait until January, okay? This is November 1st. You have plenty. You could totally do the 21-day fix before Thanksgiving and feel so freaking strong and amazing in your own skin and be rocking out your nutrition in time for Thanksgiving. The holidays, it's one day. Thanksgiving is one day. Christmas is one day. You don't put everything on hold because it's the holidays, you guys, okay? So live your best life. Show up today. Who you are right now. It might not be the version of yourself that you ultimately want to be, but the version that you are today is really important in your journey and in your chapter of life, okay? So I believe in you. You are loved by those who matter most, and the people who have, their 2 cents, they really don't matter. So do what you need to do today. Show up and own it.